Welcome back, everybody. We're going to do another match with our blue Protoss Storm. Casted him a bit before. He is in Bronze League, and his opponent, who I believe is in Silver League, our red Zerg player, MajorPayne. Interesting little name there. Now, I've realized something while I do some sound tests with my my setup, is my keyboard and mouse come through really, really loud. I don't know how to fix this, but it is really annoying. And I'm sure it is for anybody that actually watches. You don't want to hear the keyboard. I have a mechanical keyboard. It's one of the Razer ones, and it's fully mechanical, and it can get a little annoying sometimes hearing the clicky. So I try to keep it to a minimum. Anyway, we do have the pylon on the low ground, so it looks like he might go for a Forge Fast Expand. We do have the probe coming over for a quick scout out. Nothing super fancy. It looks like we did have the little trick here to get an extra drone out. We do have an Overlord sitting over here. Overlord's not actually going over to the Protoss base, which I actually find a little strange. He's not scouting out with that. So, not going for any sort of scouting method, just kind of plopping his Overlords around as he willy-nilly wants to. Do have the probe coming up into the base. He's going to do what he can. Drone is already on the way. Oh, no, the drone was actually just trying to get by him. So, can't tell if he's chasing the probe or if he's going... Okay, no, he's going to block that perfectly. So the drone is trying to take some pot shots off at this. And he is doing quite well. The probe needs to be micro... There we go. Yay, probe! And there's the pylon. And, oh, he gets away. The pylon being built very nicely. So, a very delayed base for MajorPayne here. We do have a spawning pool going down. That's going to be his reaction to that, since he knows, okay, I can't get the base there quite yet. He's going to follow that probe all the way back home. Now, it looks like this probe is going to come down and plop a base right here. It looks like exactly that. He has 400 saved up. There it goes, plopping it right down. Spawning pool is halfway up, so hopefully Storm can get some defenses up before the Zerglings can get over to his base. Now, this does have a rather wide opening. I suppose it's not actually wide compared to some maps, but it's not as small as another ramp. Something like this. I've seen some maps that have the entrance to your natural. They're this big. They're huge. They're ridiculously sized. There's the fight. Oh wow, the drone actually getting taken out in Storm's base, and he's gonna have a second base up much sooner. Now, the spawning pool is complete. However, there are no larvae. So there's three. There's two. I don't know what his next move is going to be. Maybe he build at the third instead. He has not begun taking out this pylon at all. There we go. 4 Zerglings armor protection and a queen. However, the Forge is already on the way up, so before the Zerglings can get there, he'll probably have a cannon. He does have a probe kind of standing in between. Don't think Zerglings can get between there. It looks like it's pretty secure with that. Zerglings are out, and they're going to run straight at this pylon. It's okay. He's not going to play aggressive. He's just going to go straight for trying to get his base up. Should have gone for a third. He really should have just placed his base here, unless he was really worried about early aggression. He should have sent out the Overlord to actually see what was going on, but he didn't. So, that's a thing. Photon cannon, I can't tell. Is that up against the Forge? I wish you could view a building grid while spectating. That would be really nifty. We do have a Zealot coming on out. It looks like this actually might be perfectly timed. Nope, it's going to be a little early. That probe might be get taken out. No, probe. Probe does get taken out. However, the photon cannon is up and will blast that in 2 glorious shots. There goes the Zealot getting right there in the way. This Overlord's taking a nice little stroll through space, I suppose. We do have the natural finally coming up for MajorPayne. A little late might be an understatement. Probably at the 5-minute mark, if not sooner than that. Yeah, about 5-minute mark. This already being up. Let's see, look at the saturation, 13 and 4. So he is starting to take a good look at the actual unit count here. 25 probes with 21 drones. That is something you do not want to see. You do not want to be behind a Protoss, especially with the base that was much sooner. He's chrono boosting out those workers as fast as possible. This is still not even up yet. He has 16 workers on one base, and he's quickly starting to lose out on the drone. 28 to... Holy crap. Oh, never mind. That definitely came out really quick. So a very static game. Let's speed it up just a bit while we're waiting here. We have another Zergling coming in for another little scout. Zergling speed just finishing up there. Looks like he's going to scout around and see if there's any pylons about, or another third base. Okay, he's searching for a third base. That's a viable option to always look at. We do have the Zerglings. That is now up. 36 to 29 on the worker count. Still not too bad. Lair Tech is on the way. See if he goes for a Spire. Would be an interesting choice. Or Hydralisk, maybe? He already has the Roach Ward. Warpgate Tech is almost done. Plus, excuse me. Could have muted that, but that was a sneaker cough. Couldn't have saved that. I'm still sick, but I haven't casted in nearly a month. Minus my previous game. I actually like to cast, even if I'm, you know, still getting better at it and whatnot. And screw being sick. I don't care anymore. I'm just going to cast. We do have a Spinecrawler on the way right outside the natural with some nice little protection. We do have 3 Zealots plus a 4th one that's just kind of out and ahead of everybody else. Because he just wants to be the hero. For some reason my follow key's not working. Follow. Oh, I'm holding shift. Okay. Got that. Nailed it. So we do have all of them running in. Another 4, so it looks like he's warping those in. A Zergling and a Zergling. This could be actually a little iffy. He realizes, okay, there's no 3rd base. What do I want to be worried about? Well, what are the options? Obviously, Spire, which we're already seeing, is an option. And he wants to be a little scared. Blink is on the way, but he has some Stalkers warping in. 4 more Zealots. He really needs to get a proxy would be beneficial, but 8 Zealots are going to go in on this, and oh no, there's a lot of Roaches there. They're gonna do some pretty heavy damage against these Zealots. They're gonna run straight for that. See what they can do, and it melts away pretty quickly, but he's not going to be able to take out these Roaches in any manner. So he is taking out some with him. One more hit on that Roach is all it's going to be, and does get doing a lot more damage than I would have thought. The Queen jumping in. 4 more Zealots are here, but they definitely do not want to run into that. 4 Stalkers actually being warped in now with plus 2 ground weapons. So definitely going for a offensive, usually what Protoss wants against defensive, because they, especially with Blink, you can be really offensive and just keep blinking back without needing that armor, without needing the armor upgrade. There's the Evolution Chamber. Is that its first one? That's actually its first one. We do have 5 Mutalisks on the field that could easily go in and do some damage back here. There is nothing defending either of these bases, though he is fully saturated on both at this point, and yeah. And he has 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness, there's a lot more gateways here than there were before. But he is getting locked on gateway units, which you want to be really careful about. However, he is stacking a lot of resources at this point. He needs to build a ton of pylons, a ton of zealots. There's the money. There's the proxy pylon. That's perfect for that. And those Mutalisks should not be in there. They should be retreating. Mutalisks are going to melt away. There comes the pylon. The blinking is in action. It's working beautifully. And, oh, one goes down. Doesn't get that one. Resources lost is almost split even with 21 to 21 with just 81 resources, probably from the cancel. So for the most part, it's been pretty even, though the amount of warp gates that Storm has produced at this point is going to lock him in. If MajorPayne stays on Roaches, this actually will not turn out very well for him. That he's going to push right now, not even wait to build up a bigger force. There's the bigger force. This is actually doing really well for him. Blinking best of visibility, getting quite a few Roaches. There are no more Mutalisks on the field. It's just an all free-for-all fest. It looks like this is working out really well for Storm. Supply is dropping quickly for MajorPayne. 60 to 88. Storm is ranking this in pretty well right now. Queen trying to get in on the fight. There are no more units here. Only 2 more Roaches can actually make it down. That's not really enough to save them. And it looks like Storm has this one in the bag, especially with the backup pylon. There goes the MajorPayne with no GG. And yeah, interesting, straightforward game there. Mutalisks were not the choice. I mean, they were a good choice, but you don't want to just go directly against them. That's not the smartest idea. Just running your Mutalisks in there. Here, let's fight Stalkers one-on-one. It's like going up against a huge group of Marines. You just don't do it. You want to go and harass. You want to guerrilla warfare with your Mutalisks. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. Should have another video out rather shortly. We'll see how my voice is holding up, and I'll see you guys next time.